It's moving day here at Club 27 by Energizer. We've had one major setback in round one. Round two was very, very good. Now for round three, we've got medium winds out of the northeast. Fairways are firm. Greens are very firm and fast. So greens are going to continue to be a challenge. We're going to continue to need to apply lots of loft and spin to try and even have a chance. Hopefully we can get ourselves some nice putts and we can find some scoring here. So we've got a pin that we're going to be coming in with there. So I think we just go out with the 3-wood to start here and get things underway. A little bit fast, gotta bring it back in. But we will find our stride hopefully and put together a nice round in some very tough, well, not very tough conditions necessarily, but a very tough track. So the conditions are almost irrelevant. It's going to be a difficult time no matter what. Appreciate everybody being here, hanging out with me over on Twitch. Streams have been popping and continue to support on YouTube. If you guys have not subbed on YouTube and you've been enjoying, please give it your consideration. And thank you for the luck, Seb. What's going on, Wizard? All right, so we got maybe a little bit further than we would want to be away here. His 8-iron is going to be too short. So 7-iron, we've got about 10 miles an hour of wind. So round pin high, I think with the very firms and everything, I think we're playing pretty well on the backspin and just hoping that we don't end up too short. I think that's the biggest thing. All right, there's a nice strike. Ball looks on a decent line, a little bit right. And we didn't land it on the green, so the physics are different, and the ball is now going to roll out a bunch. It's unfortunate, but we got a 15-footer. We're just going to have to make a good read on this break-in here. All right. Left to right breaker the whole way. I'm going to go here. I feel like it's going to break a little bit more. Okay. I'm hoping desperately that we can take everything that happened at the end of round two, all of the great putting reads that we made there. I'm hoping we can parlay that into some good stuff here today. So compared to the first two rounds where we had deeper pins, fairway definitely more at a premium right now. Now, wind in, we could hit here, but if it bounces all the way through, you've got angle and not much to stop it. If you lay up, which don't want to do, you're looking at like a hybrid in. So I think with the driver, I don't want to get like too crazy with this because I've definitely gotten myself in trouble with shot shapes on drives before. If I play full backspin, I think we land short. Full loft, full backspin though. Try and land more center and have it be soft enough. A little bit fast, and with the wind, that's just going to take it into the rough. I mean, but you almost have to give it some sort of opportunity to sit. So, like, it ends up being not a great shot, but I really don't know how to find fairway and then have a reasonable approach into here. So, unfortunately, we get a really bad lie. I'm going to give it full backspin to try and get some distance here, I think. because we're like well short. The only thing to be scared of is our 4-iron not even getting to the hole. Or, I mean, like, ending up in that bunker. Yeah, so we just got the lowest of rolls, and we don't even get back out to the fairway. So, I mean, this is about like a worst case scenario. You know, is there much we could have really done differently? I mean, you can lay up and have the 4-iron in, I guess, and just kind of succumb to most likely a par. I mean, maybe back here was a putt. But it is what it is. We've gotten ourselves in this situation. Now it's time to get ourselves out of it. Flop shot here is gonna be short. I think if we fully backspin this... The 70% is what could get us in trouble. Like 28 is 85, 40... So, like, mostly backspin, mostly a good bit of loft. I just want to make sure that we're to the right, because I think that that's the better putt. Okay, that's a huge recovery there. Get out of here with a par. More than happy with that. That's a scramble hole. That is not an easy pin location. Like, no matter how you hit that tee shot, but the lie that we got out of the rough was nowhere near friendly. Now this 4-iron is long, and this 5-iron is definitely too short. So we're gonna have to go 4-iron with some loft. We're hanging out to the left-hand side. It's gonna go to the right. We're a little bit high, though. Oh, but it's... Okay, okay. That's gonna turn out very nicely. Woo! Alright. Was enough of a momentum killer, and there's a little bit of uphill there to just feed us down towards the hole. Okay, 2 under through 3, and then we've got this tough par 4. This seems like it's a bit more straightforward than the last time that we were here. Can wind that down, or you can take a shot out here. I think left, though narrow, is just so much better on the angle. I think it should be center fairway enough. I don't think it gets kicked that far right. Okay, perfect. Got roped into shopping. All right, Stives. Thank you for the luck, man. Take it easy. Try and have some fun with the shopping if you can. 170. That's about a 10-mile-an-hour wind. I think when all is said and done, this 9-iron is landing somewhere out like here. And we don't want to go too long, but we want to make sure that we get there. 158. 165. I don't think the pitching wedge goes, so I think 9-iron, full backspin. And some loft. Out to the side, wind rides. Decent line. Distance is good. Now we need it to bite. Bite, 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 bite. Don't go down the hill. Don't go down the hill. Don't you do it. Oh, and we get the uphill putt. Even though it says it's flat, it definitely has a little bit uphill right at the end here. That's such a difficult approach. That's such a difficult approach shot. All right, 3 through 4. Let's keep it rolling. It's definitely the best start that we've had in these rounds. You could try and go over there, but just thinking about what we looked at in prior rounds, I don't think that's going to be the case. Hopefully 3-wood doesn't run through too much. I think it has enough fairway run out for us. Yeah, especially with that kick to the left. It's going to be more than fine. Okay. About 13-mile-an-hour wind. I mean, but we're diagonal here. It's also crazy that on a medium when we're getting 13. I don't think it's going to quite play 13 because it's a gap wedge. So already with that, we're long, but do we try and squeeze sand wedge through or play this? I think you have a lot of options, and I think it's safer to go. I think it's safer to go with the gap wedge and try and loft it than to try and squeeze this. Because if we try and squeeze and we're short, we kick out here. But with the gap wedge, like, it's a fairly long straight putt from back there. So I think all we have to realistically do here is kind of get a good estimation of affairs and then loft it up and send it. Like, that's not bad. That's not bad. I obviously, like, you always want it to be closer, right? You know, maybe a little bit more left is the ideal play, but it's 10 foot. You don't have to worry about that slope. So even with this, there's definitely break. Get in there. Okay. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. So now we're actually we're in a true conflict on this par 5. The flag is in a somewhat gettable spot, but in order to get it, gonna have to keep this driver. Because what? This is probably about similar elevation. So let's just say you carry it to about here. Or just try to keep it short. If we can keep it short of that rough and bunker there, we might have a look. Now, it's going to be a tough look because you're taking 3-wood in. If anything. Yeah, see, like, that even ends up being more. So, now the question just becomes, is there any way that we can play this? And I think the answer is probably not, but you end up being, yeah, I don't know. It kind of feels like the risk-reward might be there. So if you land it and can get it to run up, great. If it lands short and rolls back down here, you're, like, chipping. So all it ends up being is, like, get your swing in check, and I would just rather be off to the right-hand side a bit. Hit it fast, though, and a fast with this setup is going to be kind of tough, but there's a lot of green to work with. I would probably prefer a splash here. There's a lot of green to work with, though, so... At the end of the day, like, I don't think it's that bad. I'm gonna play the full backspin. If you get out of here... Okay, let's just kind of play the mental gymnastics here. Best case scenario, you come out to, like, 17 yards. 8 yards of rollout. With full backspin. It's 155s and very firm, so, like, it's gonna get go... I'm gonna give it just, like, a touch of loft. This may be short, but it's got some downhill to it, so... Oh, come on. It's really gonna do me like that, huh? Okay. Can't say I didn't try. But I couldn't realistically, I don't think, commit to much more than that. This is just like, what, a touch of break at the start? Maybe. I'm gonna put it on the edge. Yeah, look at that shootout to the right. I can't do anything about that. It sucks to take par there. That's not one that we really should par, but you can see how it fires off to the side. It is what it is. Hit a bad tempo going in. Because I do think realistically, driver off the deck there, if we hit that perfect or slow side, we give it a chance to run up onto the green. Otherwise, we're chipping from fairway. I think even a splash shot, just being out of the rough, creates too many uncertainties. All right, I think I want lob wedge here. Because I want the bite. I don't think I want to be trying to do something with a pitching wedge pitch. Because at the end of the day, it's going to land here, and then, like, I'm trying to hit a perfect shot with a ton of spin. I don't know, though, because otherwise I'm playing loft on a lob wedge on a slope, and I could roll myself off of the green. So maybe this is the play we want to make. Maybe the pitching wedge pitch is the play. So, lose a yard from the percent. 4 into here. The wind. Probably give it like a good little bit, and then it just has a nice bounce to it. Ball's gonna fire out to the right. I think the wind brings it back. I slowed it. I kind of like lost grips with the joystick as we went for it. Okay, so that's let's not let this unfold or unravel, I guess would be the better term. Got to get it on the green though. Got to get it on the green. Yeah, just kind of took that. It's so hard to get that bounce right. Okay. Let's get some good approach shots. That's how we've been scoring. Ooh, this is a nasty freaking pin. What do you want from me, designer? 267-yard par 3 with the pin tucked all the way in the back. All right, well, let's try it. Let's try and work it backwards, right? Like, what's gonna be the shot here? Get like an 8-mile-an-hour wind, 4 uphill. 56. 8. 264. I think you have to play like a high. I think you have to play the high fade. to give it a chance. A little too slow. Wow. Okay. I thought full off, full backspin, I was going to be able to, like, take some distance off of that, but clearly... Oh, you know what? Okay, that was my mistake. Full off, full backspin is still extra distance. For some reason, I was thinking full off, full backspin would start to bring it back down, so I was like... Yeah, I was probably about 10 yards or so off on that. That very much so checks out. Okay. Ah. Good distance control, but that's again like I'm not loving the slows coming out. Okay. But that's more than likely a par hole anyway, so like we give up a couple strokes in that sequence, have a really hot start though, so I can't like overall we're in a good spot. Now it's time to settle back in. Now I've flown this before, so this round we're gonna make sure we find fairway. This time we are definitely taking 3 wood. Make sure we've got fairway here. Like, is it ideal? No. Because we're uphill, 7 at the back. Like, I think we're going to be a little bit short on this, and then the hop is going to be too long. So if we go up to 8 iron... I think we can give it a good amount of shape and actually have it stop. It's gonna be tough. Come on, just find the green. It's a little bit long, but... And there's the very firm. So, like, there's a potential play at, like, trying to bounce it short, but I don't think that most times it's going to end in our favor. Hey, what's going on, Vandy? Welcome back. We'll get back from the hole. All right. Let's see how we feel here. I think a little low, so I'm going to go just a little bit more on this guy. Oh, we really pushed that though. I really pushed that. Okay, gotta focus on those putt swings. Can't be pushing it like that. All right, now for everybody's favorite tee shot. Okay, there's the swing. There's the swing. We lost that tempo for a little bit. There it is. Gone but not forgotten. 233 yards into this. Like, if you land this 210 and then it rolls a bit, it catches, but I don't know that it can get all the way down. Any little bit of your game, Vanny? Oh, absolutely will, man. Absolutely will. If you're off at all, just like, you're not gonna have a good time. So let's just say this gets 210, maybe a little bit longer. It's a very firm bounce, so like 215. Say at least 10 yards a roll. That's into the 220s. You've got the momentum. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take stock 5. I'm gonna take stock 5. I don't really have any other inklings into this. This might be a little bit too far left, which sucks. Because the way this green is designed... What a dumb thing. Wow, 155 stay on. Oh boy, that is inches away from danger, and any faster green speed, you're dead. Any faster green speed, you are dead, my friend. That is truly amazing. I did the unthinkable! We birdied 10! Not only does it hold, we birdie it. What a phenomenal turn of events there. Sheesh. Jeez, man, that is wild. I don't know what that swing was. But should find fairway. Alright, yeah, we're... Whew. So we've got... see, the 8-iron... Stretching this 8-iron isn't gonna happen, right? We land here. Especially with the uphill. So we gotta take 7-iron. And you've gotta take a number of yards off of it. Okay. How is it that fast? Oh, no, because it's left. No, I think we were going to miss the... I think I had shaped it enough that we were going to be on the fairway anyway, so... Big old bounce. Not what we like to see here. Alright, so we're going to have to do some guesstimating. Yeah. Oh, come on. The pace is that much off. Jeez. All right. All right, we'll take the par. It just like it sucks to put yourself into like good position off the tee and then hit a bad approach, but it's so hard with the very firms. Like I still don't want to hit it onto the fairway for fear of like how much it'll bounce and roll. But it's definitely something that comes to mind. Like 5-iron full backspin is gonna give me 211. 209, and then... I mean, it's medium wind. I'm gonna take the risk here. I'm going to take the risk here. Full backspin to try and get extra distance. I think it's a reasonable play. A little bit slow. Look at that. It's actually going to take a lot of distance off of it. So we're going to have an uphill chip. I don't know. I still, like, I'm having a hard time. I just don't want to go 4-iron here, I guess, is the big thing. Like, if I go 4-iron and then I'm trying to sit it down, I feel like the 4-iron with medium winds and very firm greens is gonna, like, just go way too much. I think we birdie chipped that one in twice. I think 12 has been kind to us. Take the fairway bounce from just short. Yeah, it's and I still hate the play, even though that's like what you have to do. I hate trying to figure out how the fairway is gonna bounce. You know? Because the fairway versus the green, the receptiveness of spin and all of that, like the physics just behave in a way that I find to be odd. Yeah, maybe there is good reason for it, but it just something that feels peculiar to me. What's going on, Burley? Okay, so we're in a tough spot here. 245. 238. So this hybrid lands just a little bit short. Okay, let's try and actually work that out, though, because 238, 230. I think if I play it with the shape, maybe that'll help it to sit down. Just don't want to be in the water. Ah! I still had too much distance, so I don't think it would have mattered. But managed to find a fastball there. I slowed it. Sometimes I think I get caught up on distance control that my tempo just really falls behind. I think it's a par hole more often than not. You're just trying to steal one on the chip, but you can't steal one if you hit it like that. That's the big thing. Can't steal one if you hit it like that. Yeah, that felt fast. But it's curling around and should kick right. If that ball ended up in the rough there, I was going to be a bit shocked. Okay. .149 from elevation. Pin high. The wind takes it back a few yards. I think pitching wedge is honestly like slight D-loft with some backspin. The little slow. Stay on the green. Oh boy. Over-aimed it to the right, and then that slow just holds it out there against the wind, doesn't let it really come back at all. Okay. This is gonna be a really, really difficult putt. I mean, I'm up for the task, but this is gonna be really, really tough. All right, let's just try and feel this putt out. I think I gotta play more. We are making some very good adjustments on some of these putts, just like getting it in a spot and then that gut feel. We've made a few really nice reads. Still kind of think about this. Yeah, like if you're pulling back and then you're like, okay, gotta go, and it's like either you rip it fast or you are like kind of in like a delayed, like, oh, did I hold on to it too long? So like you like are almost subconsciously trying to correct things on the fly. See, like I don't know. I skipped out on the drivability of this one last round, and I still don't think that I have a shot that like sits well with me here. Cause you probably land it in that upslope and kick it up, but it probably runs a ton, and if you're off, I just don't see it. Surely there's a great shot there to be had. Like, there has to be some sort of way that you can make that drivable work. But I've been too scared on any of the rounds because I feel like the miss is... Yeah, you have the chance at eagle, but I feel like I'm also throwing away birdie a lot of the time. Okay, this is everything about this feeding to the right. Hit it way fast. Gosh darn it. That's off. Yep. All the way down. That's the thing. Everything's feeding to the right, so you're playing left, and if you miss it that way, that's where death lies. Okay, so is there a way that we gotta land it up into like here to let it release the uphill? Almost. I mean, that was nearly perfect. Feel like 15 is one we should come away with. That's 2 pars now. Feel like it's one that we should come away with more. We were able to make eagle last round here. I want to do it again. Yeah, we birdied it round 1, Vandy, and then round 2, I left my pitch shot a little bit short, and then the putt just broke way more on me. So I'm leaving out opportunities on that hole, but it's like, it's deceivingly, it has scores to be had, but it can be quite tricky too. Yeah, like there, if I hit it perfect or slow, we're on the green. I at least have a putt, but I hit it left, so it, it takes it counter to all of that momentum. And left is like the one spot you can't really miss, right? So So be it. So be it. All right, 6-iron. See, this is 200 on the full backspin, right? 200, 208, probably a little bit further, 210, 209. And then I think if you pull the loft back a bit, very firm, so you take it back a little bit more. Everything's feeding to the right. And it's left to right on the green. It's a little bit right of target. There's the very firm and release. But honestly, a decent look at it from here, because it should be fairly uphill. And not a lot of break. Oh, we're getting like one of those just real bouncy ones. Real bouncy reads on the green. I almost gave it too much pace. I almost gave it too much pace. All right. I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of this pin. These back hole locations to me are just not great. Still hate Chrono. Hey, but you made it 3 streams in a row, and that's an accomplishment in and of itself. Good to see you. Hope all is well. And with very firms. So like, okay, so we have to. They're basically hand is forced. Have to play lob wedge. Have to play lob wedge. Have to loft it. And then it's 114. Wind is in a little bit, but I still have to play almost 10 yards off. It's very I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about this shot, but we're gonna try it. There's the fast again. I didn't take off enough. I mean, that fast adds distance and kind of counteracts some of that wind, but now is a really tough spot. I have to land this short because it's going to use every bit that it can to roll out. Naturally, the one time it doesn't, it comes out on the low end. I really don't like this. I just said at the start, I don't like this flag. Not a fan. It's okay. We'll take the bogey. It's... Can't miss my tempo like that to begin with, but I think even with a good tempo, I'm not in a good spot. All right. Come on, let's try it. Let's try and rally that one stroke back. Yeah, it doesn't like me. You talk crap about it, it's gonna show you who's boss. So 7-iron, little bit short. Yeah, I think this is gonna be okay. Okay, we hit a tempo. Should still have some release because it's very firm in a 7-iron. Give us a putt. Come on, let's take it back. Let's take it back. One last putt. Not even an easy putt. Not an easy putt, but we can make it. Okay. That's it. All things considered, that's still 9 under, and 9 under here is no joke. So I will absolutely take that. Looks like scores were a little bit easier to come by this round. I know we had a couple of mistakes on our inputs there. We had a hot start, dropped a few. But 22 under through 3 here is a very, very good place to be. Onward to round 4 tomorrow.